Welcome back. If you're new around here, my name is Ellie and welcome to Small and Strong. Today we're working on a goal that was in my video for my disability focused goals for 2023. It's like the first week, I'm still trying to get used to it. But I am trying to book tickets to go to the theatre. My local theatre, I live in quite a big city, is an ATG theatre. I looked on the website, there's this access membership thing you can sign up to, but you need a few things. And I do have those things, but I thought, can I just call up? Because in the past, we've just called up and booked, like I've heard about it from other people and stuff. So we called up. Well, I literally just called up. And she was like, are you registered with our online thing? And I was like, no. She was like, oh, you need to do that. And that was the phone call, that was it. But online it said, you can ring us or sign up. So that was frustrating. So got my laptop and we are signing up to the Access membership scheme. My dad is buying me these tickets for my birthday, which is tomorrow when I film this, but not tomorrow when this goes up. And it's very annoying, but I'll show you why when we get to it. I've tried to do this before. I'm just gonna bring you along just because people don't realise how much planning and how many stupid barriers I have to jump through just to go to the theatre. So I'm on the form, I've put that I'm not a member already. And then on here, seating requirements, there's a big long list actually, it's quite a good list. I have gone for covering all the bases. I've gone accessible to transfer from the wheelchair, a wheelchair seat, or seats with step-free access because I can do all three, so that's nice. And then there's an assistance dog option. At the minute, I would not be taking Ralph to the theatre, but it's good to see that there's options for that. That's very nice. So you have to provide proof. Obviously, everything requires you to provide proof. So these are all the different options. I don't have a disabled ID card. I do have a rail card. I do have a blue badge. So these are all the things you can choose to show. There's, again, quite an extensive list. I feel like most people would have one of these. I'm just going to go for blue badge because that's already on here. And then I am applying for use of personal assistance or a companion, which basically means I need someone to come with me. And this is where it gets annoying. I need to prove that I need someone with me. How on earth does one prove that? Well, apparently with one of these things. Do I have that? No. So I'm gonna have to sign up for one of these. The first option is an access card from Nimbus Disability. So I'm just gonna Google that. Never ever heard of this before in my life. Okay, so here's what I see. It is a card like this, an access card. I believe these symbols all mean something different and it's like you probably have to prove it on this website. So let's just see if we can get one. So reading this, it's basically to avoid the frustration of having to prove with other documents. So maybe other places accept this, but we're going to start the process and see what we get. Right, you have to pay £15 for 3 years. Now, I see how most people would go, oh, that's not a lot, like that. It's 15 quid for 3 years, that's £5 a year. Does someone without a disability have to pay that? No. Does someone without a disability have to prove themselves to be able to, like, do something? No. That feels ridiculous. I feel as though the evidence that I have, that I get for free, like I've got proof letters, I've got my blue badge, I feel like that should be enough. I mean, you do have to pay for the blue badge, but the point is, I feel like, why should I have to go out of my way to do this application? The seats may be gone by the time this application goes through because I obviously need to wait for the card to arrive. But how is it fair in life that I have to pay extra? And this is why being a disabled person costs that bit more than not being a disabled person, because everything you do requires a financial addition, whether that's access equipment or then paying for a card to access things. Anyway, we're getting on with it. Right, I'm on the page and I'm already not feeling great about this. Sometimes we may not award the access requirement that you might expect. For example, not all people that need a level of support reach the threshold of legally being entitled to adjustments such as free or reduced rate companion tickets. Why? Why is this necessary? If I'm telling you I need something, I need it. It's just a bloody another barrier. Gosh, this is frustrating. So it basically, I believe, goes through each symbol individually and asks if you require it and then evidence. So this is the queuing symbol. We've got wheelchair, walking less than 50 meters, disabled toilet, dog, assistance dogs. I'm so tired of this already. Having a companion, I believe this one is visual information, audible information, and any other access needs. So let's just go through this form. I will add this one. Basically, I'm going to add anything that could be helpful long term, not just for the theatre. So standing in a queue or queuing is a barrier. Yes. So let's scroll down. Evidence notes. Yes. I will go back and read that now. Onto the wheelchair one now. Something useful about the, this says 50 metres on the symbol, but when you read the description it says short distances. There's no strict definition of what distance is, so that's worth knowing. And now here we are, upload your evidence documents. On every page it is discussed DLA and PIP or attendance allowance. I highly recommend, if you have one of these, use this advice. Have it on your computer. Scan your certificate, scan your documents, scan your letters, and upload them as files on your computer. I have a whole folder with my letters from Hiya and my blue badge on there as well. And then it asks for a picture, so obviously I am going to use one of my acting headshots. They say heads and shoulders, so let's just go for that one. So there's a question here, what do you think about the cost of the card? So that's an interesting one, answer as you wish. My application is put in, I paid for it, and obviously my application number is on there, but I guess we just wait and see now. It says they aim to let you know within 4 to 5 working days, so that actually leaves me enough time, which is something I was worried about, but that's good to know. It is later now, we're talking only like maybe 2 or 3 days, like 4 days maximum. Here it is, babies. Here it is. We've got the access card is here. They last for 3 years. They could have cropped my picture a little bit nicer, but it's okay. These things happen. No one's going to be judging it, hopefully. I believe I got, if we look at the symbols, obviously as we were going through the application, is that focused? Probably not. As we were going through the application, I only applied for certain things, obviously. If or when Ralph graduates his assistance dog training, I'll probably just get another one. I didn't want to put it on there because he's in training, so I thought I'd save that. But I believe I got the not having to queue one, the wheelchair access one, obviously, and then a plus one, which is great because the whole thing on the website, they made it sound really difficult to get a plus one. But basically, I think with my local theatre, that means that I get a reduced rate ticket because they are a necessary person rather than just I fancy this person coming with me. So that's quite nice. I did have to obviously prove all of these things, but I'm very glad these came. So now I'm gonna head upstairs and see if we can book these tickets. Right, this is Missy, she's joining me. But I'm on the Access membership scheme, like sign up page, which is where I was last time. But now I have the evidence I need, so we're going to join this today. So again, we're going through this. I've put in my requirements. Again, just gone for everything. It's literally the same form as before. So here we are. The essential companion ticket. Yes, I'm ticking that box. And I have my access card. So I'm going to click with the +1 symbol because I have that. And then once the form is complete, we attach my evidence. Right, we're going to submit it, and obviously Missy's going to help us. Perfect. I think that's done. Now, for some reason, I thought I would just be able to book them today, because why should it take me a week to book tickets to go and see a show? Do you know what I mean? However, no. So I've put in the application for an access theatre card. They have to go through the evidence or something. I'm really not sure. So I guess I'll update you at the next stage. But it's already dragging and long, and I'm tired of this process. When I think about how if I wasn't going with the wheelchair, I would have just got online and booked a ticket and it would be done. So that's that. It's the next day and we're back again. I just received an email from ATG on my phone saying your request has been received, your account has been created, and you're now able to book accessible seats and access prices online. So let's head to the laptop. I tried to book, it wasn't obvious, so I've come to this page. How do I book tickets online with the access membership? You sign in, okay, and then a little handy picture. Once logged in, set the show, and then there's all the information about different seats. Okay, right, let's give it a go. Here we are, I'm looking at the show I want to see, wheelchair position. So then we scroll down, scroll down, and we've got our seating map, and I can see the wheelchair positions are the pink ones. So that would be literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I suppose we'll book one of them because it doesn't look like there's anywhere else. Oh, there's up in the gods, but you don't really want to sit there. So these are actually great seats. I happen to know this theatre very well, and row E is actually the best row. And £22.50 for a seat. But if you look, that row is also like the green seat, and that is £68.50. So big discount. So I clicked on these two seats because they're like the most central, and then I added mine, and then the essential companion, because of what I got on my card, I had the wheelchair companion like +1, so that means their ticket is nothing. So this is great. So here it shows stalls E9, essential companion, and then above it, it shows the wheelchair position, £22.50, and that is the whole price with the transaction fee because it's applied my access membership. So literally just like that, my tickets are now booked. I say just like that, it's taken a week to book tickets. I mean, it's a long process to go through. It is a long process to go through, and I don't feel like it should be necessary to have to go through a third party to get a card, only to come back to them to process the same evidence to be allowed to use that card to then book the tickets. It's strange, and not many people will go to the theatre as much as I will. So like, let's say there was one show at your local theatre that you wanted to go and see. Why would you waste your time and money going through this process to see one show? Like, it feels unnecessary. But I'm going to be going to the theatre a lot. When I lived in London, I went to the theatre too many times to count. It was ridiculous. I literally went like every week a few times. So I know that I'm going to use this a lot. So this process was worth it for me because now I can just log into the system and get tickets. Like, I won't have to go through that whole rigmarole again. It's just there and done and on my account. However, it cost me £15 extra to get the card, which was annoying. But the discount is good. The wheelchair tickets are good. The difference in price is so nice. Like, let's say 2 people went to the theatre. Like, I've been to the theatre before. I've sat in these exact seats before. And it's around £60 each. So that's £120. I've actually got something booked to go to this same theatre in these same seats, and we paid £120-ish for that. However, with the wheelchair, I've paid £30 for 2 people in the same seats. So that's nice. These things are very nice when they happen. They don't happen a lot. They won't happen for everyone, but it's very nice when it does happen. So I think the journey's complete. I think we've come to the end. I've got my tickets booked to go to the theatre in my wheelchair, which means you guys will be seeing it. I can tick that off from my wheelchair-focused goals for the new year. So I'm very happy with that, and I'm going with my dad, so that's even better. I'm very pleased. So I've just got to prepare to actually go and do it now. Obviously I'll bring you guys along, so I guess you'll see that video in the very distant future. But thank you for coming along that journey with me. If you've got any questions about the whole process or anything you think might help, like with actually attending the theatre, let me know in the comments down below. But other than that, I'll see you in the next video.